The noise around is get a job, have a startup, make money, get married, have children, pretty much what life is for everybody out there in the world, right? So that's the noise. And a lot of times I feel in that noise, somewhere we forget to listen to our own voice. मैं कई बार कहता हूँ हिंदी में कि कुछ लोग जो होते हैं ना, वो अपने सपनों के लिए अपनों से दूर रहते हैं और कुछ लोग होते हैं जो अपनों के लिए सपनों से दूर रहते हैं. So some people, in order to follow their dreams, they stay away from the people whom they love. And some people, in order to be with the people whom they love, they forget their dreams and their inner voice. So as I was studying, preparing for my exams, looking at the grades, looking at what could be the career options for the future, there was one thing that was definitely happening. That aspect of me saying that, well, I don't want to necessarily give in to the noise.
That was brewing.
That was brewing. That was changing within.
Right.
I don't necessarily want to belong to that noise and listen to that noise. And that's probably why then this decision came. Right? That I don't want to necessarily conform. I don't want to be just a part of the noise. And I'm not against what people say. Getting married is perfectly fine. Having children is perfectly fine. Building a nice house is perfectly fine. Having a fantastic, well-paying job with a thick, fat paycheck is perfectly fine. If that's not me, if that's not my voice, I felt, hey, I'm not going to do this. Right?
Wow.
I'm not going to do this. It was revolutionary.
Yeah.
It was radical.
Yeah.
It was taking the road.
Less traveled.
Not traveled, shall I say?
Traveled,
Not even less traveled.
Yeah.
Shall I say not traveled practically? Taking a big time risk.
Yeah.
But yes, I followed my heart. I followed that voice. Got a lot of flack. Got a lot of opposition from the most loving parents, and I regret that. I'm causing them that pain, having them to go through all what they went through for the decisions I made. That's where that's where that dichotomy.
Yeah.
To please the ones we love, yet follow your voice.
Yeah.
So hard.
It's a dichotomy.
When you're going to follow your voice, it's going to hurt the loved ones who love sometimes. And when you listen to them, sometimes you kind of drown your voice and you just forget to follow your voice. Thankfully, I think it takes a little while. When you still continue to love the ones you love, still try to be the most loving, kind, beautiful human beings with them, over a period of time, on their part, there is acceptance. After a while, acceptance turns into wholehearted acceptance. After a while, wholehearted acceptance turns into endorsement.
Wow.
And after a while, endorsement turns into wholehearted support. Initially, it was a mess. My parents, of course, did not kind of agree to what I was choosing.
Yeah. What was your first interaction with ISKCON? And the second is, what was that moment that changed it for you and said that, okay, I'm going to give up this well-paying job. I'm an engineer. I've studied engineering.
Right.
I've gotten the job.
Correct.
I've followed a little bit of the path, but it's not for me. And I'm going to take this really difficult, and you said a word, revolutionary decision.
Right.
And actually go do that.
Right.
So I want to understand these two things before we get into how it was broken to your family. And
Right. So I think one aspect was the noise, the voice.
Yeah.
The voice was speaking.
Yeah.
I just decided to listen to the voice, whereas a lot of people ignore that voice.
Correct.
In the world out there, there's a voice speaking within each one of us. I had decided I'm not going to ignore it. I don't want to put it in the back seat. I don't want to put it on the back burner. I want to see what this voice is, right? The second thing was when I took up my job at Hewlett-Packard,
Yeah.
I was very good at what I did. I was very, very good at my work. But I wasn't satisfied.